Round 1, we're going to use color A and start with a magic ring. Chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and we will work 10 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2. Once you've made the 10 single crochet into the magic ring, you can go ahead and tighten the ring, and then we will slip stitch in the back loop only of the first single crochet. So instead of going under both of the top loops of the stitch, just the back loop for our slip stitch to join this round and tighten the ring. And that's round 1. Continuing with color A, for round 2 we will chain 3. Then we will work a double crochet into that same back loop where we joined with a slip stitch at the end of round 1. And we'll work a back loop only double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches around. 2 back loop only in each stitch. 1 and 2 and so on. Once you've worked your way around, you will join to the chain 3. If you're changing colors, you will switch to color B with that joining. You will have 20 back loop double crochet for round 2. Round 3, we will start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and single crochet into the top of that chain 3 where we joined for a single crochet. Single crochet in the next stitch. We want to work front loop only extended double. So we yarn over, insert our hook in that front loop of round 1 that we left unworked to pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice for an extended front loop double crochet. We will not skip anything, so we want to work in the very next stitch of row 2, and we will single crochet there and in the next stitch. So single crochet in 2 stitches and then come down and work that front loop extended double. And we'll repeat that around. 2 singles and the front loop double, extended double. Oops. Okay, so you can repeat that around. We will join with a slip stitch in the back loop of our starting single crochet using color A to end row 3. Round 4 then, with color A, we start with the chain 2, which does not count as a stitch, and we will make a back loop only double crochet in that same stitch. Back loop only double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 back loop double crochet in the next. And we'll repeat that around. A back loop double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and 2 back loop double crochet in the next stitch. When we work our way all the way around, we will join to the back loop of our starting back loop double crochet with a slip stitch and switching back to, or changing to color C then. Round 4 has a total of 40 stitches. Round 5 with color C, we will start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. We want to make a front post treble around the starting chain 2 3 rounds below. So the starting chain 2, which will be in between those extended double crochets, and we will make a front post treble. So I've inserted my hook from the front around the back of that chain 2, back out to the front, and I pull my yarn through, then yarn over, pull through 2 3 times for a front post treble crochet around that starting chain 2, 3 rows below. Then we'll make that front loop extended double crochet in the single crochet 1 row below. So in the front loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2 times. And then in the first of the 2 double crochet worked into that extended double, we will place a single crochet. Then skipping the extended double, we will work in that next single crochet the front loop and place an extended double crochet, and then we'll work a treble just past this extended double into that free double crochet in between, front post treble around that double crochet. And then an extended double in that next single crochet just before the previous extended double. Single crochet in the first of the double crochet worked into that extended double. So we'll continue that around. Skipping the extended double, we'll work that front loop, extended double crochet, the front post treble around the double crochet 3 rows below, front loop extended double in the next single crochet of 2 rows below, single crochet in the first double crochet. Continue to work that around, and I'll join you just before the end of this round. After the 9th repeat and that single crochet in the first double, we need to end with 1 more of these front post extended in that single crochet just past the last extended double on that previous row. And then joining 2 we'll join 2 that front post treble, switching back to color A to finish this round. So you will have 40 stitches. Round 6, using color A, we will chain 3 and double crochet in the next stitch, which is that first extended double from last round. We'll place 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which is the single crochet, and then double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And we'll do that 9 times around. 2 double crochet in the single crochet, and then double crochet in each of the next 3. So you can repeat that around, and I'll join you just before the end of this round. When you have worked those 9 repeats, we will want to make those 2 double crochet in that last single crochet, and then double crochet in the final stitch. Then we want to join to the top of that chain 3, which counted as a starting double crochet, and continue on with color B for the next round. So you can go ahead and switch to color B. You will have 50 stitches. Round 7, using color B, we will chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and single crochet into the same stitch. Single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Then we want to make a front post double treble, so yarn over 3 times. We're going to come down and work around that front loop extended double from round 3. So we just insert our hook around behind the post of that extended double to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 4 times for this front post double treble. We do not skip any stitches, so starting in that next stitch, we will single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochet. We'll just repeat that around, yarn over 3 times, and then working that front post double treble around that front loop extended double of round 3. Single crochet in 5. So you will do that a total of 9 times, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. After the 9 repeats, you'll want to make 1 more of these front post double trebles. And then single crochet in the last 2 stitches, which should take us to our starting single crochet. We will join with a slip stitch into the back loop and switching back to color A again to complete that slip stitch. You will have a total of 60 stitches. Round 8 with color A, we'll chain 2, which does not count as a stitch. We're going to make a front post extended double crochet around the starting chain 3, 2 rounds below. So the same color A, the starting chain 3, we will make a front post extended double crochet. And we'll work 2 more of those front post extended double crochet around those next 2 double crochet 2 rounds below. Okay, so we're working in front of the single crochet that we made last round. So we'll work 2 double crochet into the double treble that we worked last round. So in the top of that front post double treble, place 2 double crochet. And then around each of the next 5 double crochet 2 rounds below, we'll work a front post extended double. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll repeat that for a total of 9 times with the 2 double crochet in the top of that front post double treble and 5 extended doubles. And I'll meet you at the end of those 9 repeats. When you've worked those 9 repeats, you'll want to work 2 more of those front post extended double crochet around each of those next 2 double crochet 2 rows below. Joining to the top of our first, so not on the chain 2, but to the top of our first front post extended double crochet. we will fasten off as we need to start in a new spot for next round. 70 stitches. Round 8, using color A, we are going to join at any of these groups of 2 double crochet. We want to join in the second of those 2 double crochet. You can join with a slip stitch and chain 1 and then single crochet in that stitch, or start with a standing single crochet. Single crochet in that second double of a set of 2. And then we want to make back post singles around the next 6 stitches. A regular back post, we go from the back under all of these top loops around the post and back out. For the shallow back post single, we want to enter just under the top 2 loops of the stitch, around the stitch and out the next top 2 loops to pull our yarn through, and then we'll complete the single. So we're making shallow back post single crochet around each of the next 6 stitches. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we've reached that second double crochet of the set of 2, and we'll place 2 single crochet in that stitch. And we'll do that 9 times around. So under the top loops only, to make a shallow back post single crochet around 6 stitches. And 2 single crochet in the top of that second double of the set of 2. So continue that around, and I'll meet you just at the end of this round. When you've worked those 9 repeats around, you will want to work the shallow back post single crochet in those last 6 stitches, and then we're going to place a single crochet in the same stitch as our starting single crochet and slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet of the round. You will have 80 stitches. Do not fasten off. Round 10, continuing with color A, we will chain 3 to start. Double crochet in each of those next 2 singles. We'll place 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And that's the start of our repeat. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you'll repeat that 2 times, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in each of the next 7. Repeat it a total of 9 times, and I'll meet you just before the end of this round. When you've worked the 9 repeats around, you will want to work 2 double crochet in that next stitch, and then double crochet in each of the last 4 stitches, joining to the top of our starting chain 3 with color B to finish this round. You'll have a total of 90 stitches. Round 11, using color B, we will chain 1. Now if you're watching my colors closely, I am interchanging B and C a little bit throughout this pattern, but I will give the suggested color that is stated in the pattern to start. So we chain 1 and single crochet into the same spot as our slip stitch join from the end of last round. We want to work a treble crochet into the top of the middle front post, extended double crochet from round 8. So we have 5 here in a row, so that third one or that middle one. On round 8, we'll do a treble. So yarn over twice, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2 twice. We'll skip 1 stitch, and then in the next stitch we will single crochet and in 2 more. So skipping 1 stitch behind this treble and then single crochet in the next 3, and we'll work another treble back in that same extended double where we worked our first treble, which will create a bit of a V. Skip a stitch and single crochet in 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll repeat that 9 times. So the repeat starts with the first treble in that middle extended double crochet, skip 1 stitch, single crochet in 3, treble back in that same extended double, skip 1 stitch, single crochet in 4. So you'll want to repeat that 9 times, or have a total of 9 of these V's, and I will meet you just before the end of this round. So when you have worked your 9 repeats around, you will want to make another set of that V, so that treble down, skip a stitch, 3 single crochet, treble, and then we will skip 1 more stitch and work a single crochet in the remaining 3 stitches, joining to our first single crochet, which will make that group of 4 single crochet between those V's or points. So you should have a total of 90 stitches on this round, and you can change back to color A. Round 12, using color A, we'll start with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Then we want to make a front post double crochet around this starting chain 2 rounds below. So it's part of what looks like our double crochets in our previous color A round. So that's starting chain 3, there'll be that chain 3, and you'll see a double crochet before the V. So we'll front post double around that starting chain 3 2 rounds below. Then in the next 5 stitches, that will be this treble, the 3 singles, and that next treble, we want to make a shallow back post single crochet. So enter under the top loops of the treble from behind, around the front, and out the next top loops to pull up our loop and finish our single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 shallow back post single crochet. Then we're going to work around some of these front post double crochet 2 rows below. We are not going to use this double crochet that is right next to the treble. We will be using or that double crochet that's close to that next treble. It'll be the 4 double crochet sort of in the middle of that section. So we will front post double around that one and the next one, and then working over the single crochet, we want to half double crochet into this gap between this double crochet we just worked and the next one. So we'll insert our hook in that gap to pull up a loop, yarn over, and finish our half double crochet. and then front post double around the next 2 doubles. So we'll repeat that for a total of 9 times. So starting with this next treble of the V, in from the back of the top loops, out the next top loops for those 5 shallow back post single crochet. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then not using that first and the last double crochet, but the inner 4 double crochet, front post double around the first 2, half double crochet into that gap, and double crochet or front post double around the next 2. So you can go ahead and work that around, and I'll meet you just before the end of this round. When you have worked those 9 repeats around, you will want to work the 5 back posts, those shallow back post single crochet around those next 5 stitches, front post double in the first 2 of those double crochet, make your half double crochet in the space, and then front post double around that last double crochet, joining to our first front post double to complete the round. There should be 100 stitches. Do not fasten off. Round 13, continuing with color A, we will chain 3 and double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. We'll place 2 double crochet into this next stitch and double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 double crochet in the same stitch is the start of a repeat, double crochet in the next 4, and then around this next double or next stitch, which should be that half double crochet, we're going to make a shallow back post double. So yarn over, insert from the back through the top loops of the half double crochet around the front of the stitch and back out the next top loops, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2 for the shallow back post double crochet, and then double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that should take us to the next stitch will be the middle stitch of the 5 shallow back post single crochet, and that's where we will place our 2 double crochet to start the repeat again. So you can repeat that set 9 times around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. You can see how I've worked ahead a little bit. A tip I have for you would be to add a stitch marker in the top loops of the half double crochet that we worked that shallow back post double around, so you can identify those stitches easier in a later round. So after your 9th repeat, you will work the 4 double crochet that was after that shallow back post double. Then you'll start again with the 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 4 double crochet, we'll work that shallow back post double, oops, there we go, and ending with a double crochet in that last double, joining to the top of our chain 3 to finish this round. Do not fasten off. There should be 110 stitches. Round 14, continuing with color A, we will chain 3 and then work a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then at the start of our repeat, we will work 2 double crochet, so that should be into the second of the 2 double crochet that we worked into the same stitch last round. So 2 double crochet in that next stitch, double crochet in the next 10. 2, 3, 9, and 10 double crochet, and that 10th one should be in the first double crochet of the set of 2 from last round. And then we're ready to repeat that with 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in 10. You do that a total of 9 times, and I'll meet you just before the end. So after you finish your 9 repeats, you will do another 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then to finish the round, double crochet in the last 6 stitches, joining to the top of our starting chain 3, switching to color B as we do that. There should be 120 stitches. In round 15, we are going to be working stitches into these marked top loops where we worked the shallow back post double crochet. So if you haven't marked those, you may want to go ahead and mark those stitches now as we learn how to make this round. So round 15, using color B, we want to slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 1, which does not count as stitch, and single crochet into that same stitch. We'll single crochet in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, single crochet in there, single crochet in each of the next 6. So we're going to work a treble crochet into those top loops of the half double crochet that we marked where we worked that back post, that shallow back post double. So you just insert your hook after you've made 2 yarn overs, pull the loop through, yarn over, and pull through 2, 3 times for that treble crochet in the top of that marked stitch. We'll skip one of the stitches behind and then work single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And then we want to work another treble crochet down in that same half where we worked our first treble of this round. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times to make a treble. Skip a stitch behind, single crochet in the next 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that is our repeat that we will do 9 times. So working that treble into that next half double crochet, skip a stitch, 3 singles, treble back into that half double crochet, skip a stitch, 7 single crochet. So go ahead and work that around. You will see how these new V's or points are worked in the centered between the 2 from the previous round. So just a little tip here on these trebles, you don't want them to be tight and pull and curl your work in. So as you're making those 3 pull through 2s, you want to make sure that you pull that loop and lengthen that loop that you pull through to help elongate the treble so it's not too tight, and pull the stitch. So after your 9th repeat, you'll want to work the treble V's down in that remaining half double crochet with the 3 single crochet in between. We will skip a stitch at the end, which is, we already have a slip stitch in the top of that turning chain, so it may not look like we're skipping a stitch, but we are skipping that stitch, and then we'll join to the top of our first single crochet, switching back to color A to complete that slip stitch and completing round 15. So there should be a total of 120 stitches. Round 16, using color A, we will chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and single crochet into that same stitch. Chain 1 and skip a stitch. So this is the start of our repeat with the chain 1. We'll skip a stitch. We want to front post double crochet around the double crochet directly below, 2 rounds below. So it's the color A round, round 16, starting with color A, we will chain 1, which does not count a stitch, and single crochet into that same stitch. We'll single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we'll start our repeat. We'll chain 1 and skip 1, which will be that first treble from last round. And then working in these 3 double crochet in the middle of this V, we will put a front post double around the first one, 2 front post doubles around the second one. So there's my first one. When we work a second front post double, we just insert our hook lower than the front post we just worked around that stitch, for 2 front post doubles around the same stitch, and then 1 more front post double around that next stitch. We'll chain 1, skip a stitch, which is that second treble, and then single crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll do that a total of 9 times around. So those front post doubles are worked around the double crochet inside this V, and the 7 single crochet are worked in between the 2 V's. So you can go ahead and work that around, and I'll meet you here just before the end of this round. When you've worked your way around with the 9 repeats, you'll have finished with that 7 crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and work the sets of front post double crochet as we have worked on this round. And then to finish the round, you will chain 1, skip 1, and slip stitch into the top of our first single crochet to finish the round. 110 stitches and 20 chain 1 spaces. Round 17, continuing with color A, we will chain 3, which will count as our first double crochet, and double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to double crochet into the chain 1 space. Double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. That will be the first 2 front post double crochet. Place a double crochet in each of them. And then in between these 2 front post doubles that were worked around the same space, in that space in between the 2 of them, we're going to place another double crochet. and then double crochet in those last 2 front post doubles as well, and into the chain 1 space. Double crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we'll have reached those front post doubles again, starting with that double crochet in the chain space, double crochet in the next 2, double crochet in between those 2 front post doubles, double crochet in 2 and the chain space, and double crochet in 7. So you can continue to repeat that around, and I'll meet you just before the end of this round. When you've worked your way all the way around these stitches and those repeats, you will want to work the last set of the double crochet in the chain 1 space and the double crochets in the front post double, including that one in between the second and third front post double and the last chain 1 space, and then we can join to the top of our starting chain 3 to finish this round. Do not fasten off. You may find it curls slightly. That will sort itself out on next round. 140 stitches. Round 18, continuing with color A, chain 3 to start, which counts as our first double crochet, and double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. We'll work 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and this is the start of our repeat. So 2 double crochet in that stitch, and then double crochet in each of the next 13. 2, 3, 13. So 2 double crochet in that 1 stitch, double crochet in the next 13, and you'll repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you just before our ending of the round. So working the end of this round here, once you have done the 9 repeats, you'll work another set of the 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll just double crochet in each of the remaining 10 stitches, joining to our starting chain 3 to finish round 18 with 150 stitches. Do not fasten off. Round 19, continuing with color A, chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. Double crochet in each of the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll start our repeat for this round, 2 double crochet in this next stitch, and double crochet in the next 14 stitches. It's 2, 3, 4, and so on. Double crochet, 2 double crochet in the stitch, double crochet in the next 14, and working your way around. After your 9th repeat, you will have 2 double crochet in the next, and then only 3 double crochet to work into before slip stitching to the top of the starting chain 3. Not fasten off color A, and we're ending this round with 160 stitches. Round 20 is continuing with color A, chain 3, and we want to work 2 more double crochet into that same stitch, so at the top of the chain 3 where we joined the end of last round, we'll have a chain 3 and 2 double crochet to start this round. we're going to skip 1 stitch and then single crochet in the next 17. 1, 2, 16 and 17 single crochet. Then the start of our repeat is skip a stitch, 5 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip a stitch, single crochet in 17. So we'll work that all the way around with the 5 double crochet in 1 stitch, skipping a stitch on either side of those 5 double crochet and single crochet in 17. And I'll meet you to finish off this round. So you will do 7 repeats with those 5 double crochet and the 17 single crochet in between. After the 7th repeat, we will skip 1 stitch, so it's the last stitch of the round, and then we're going to place 2 more double crochet in that same space where we started the round with the chain 3 2 doubles. So 2 more double to make that last group of 5 double crochet. So you'll have 8 of those shells or little points on this round, a total of 176 stitches. And you can fasten off color A. And as we join to our starting chain 3, we can change to color C for the next round. We want to place 2 more extended double in that same stitch. Now, if we do it exactly in that stitch, these next 2 will kind of overlap part of the section and could kind of make a little bit of a messy looking corner or pull the corner. So the designers suggest the first one we're going to put in this little loop just before our starting chain 3 to do an extended double there, and then the second one can go in that same top of the turning chain. So we're sort of making that first one in the slip stitch part where we joined last round, and then you can go ahead and join to the top of your chain 3 or chain 4 if that's what you chose to use. And then we have our 5 extended double for our new corner, and this first one lays nice and neat by putting it in that other spot. Round 21 with color C, we'll start with a chain 3 and double crochet into that next stitch. In the next stitch, we will work 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in that next stitch. Skip 2 stitches, and then we want to make back post single crochet around the next 13. So insert from the back around the front, back out to the back to pull up your loop, and yarn over, finish a single crochet. So we'll do that for 13 stitches. So that's 2, 3, 12, and 13 back post single crochet. And then starting our repeat, we will skip these last 2 single crochet before that set of 5 double crochet. And we'll 3 double crochet into the next. So that's that first of the set of 5. We'll place 3 double crochet in that stitch. Double crochet in the next stitch. And then in the next stitch, which is the 3rd or the middle double crochet of that set, you will place a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into that same middle double crochet of the set of 5. Double crochet in the next stitch, and 3 double crochet in that last double crochet. 3 doubles in the first one, double in the next, double, chain 2, double in the next one, double in the next, and 3 double in the last. Then we will skip 2 stitches and work those 13 back post single crochet. So that's 3 and so on. So you can go ahead and work that, remembering to skip 2 stitches on either side of this peak. And you can work that around 7 repeats, and I'll meet you just before the ending. After you've completed your 7 repeats, we will skip those last 2 single crochet, place 3 double crochet in this first double, double crochet in the next stitch, and then in the same stitch or that top of that joining chain, we want to place another double crochet, and we'll chain 1, and this time we want to join with a slip stitch to the top, or with a single crochet rather, to the top of that chain 3. So the chain 1 and the single crochet act as our chain 2 space and get us in position to start the next round. As we finish this single crochet, you will want to change to back to color A. So there should be 184 stitches and 8 chain 2 spaces. Round 22, using color A, we will chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then into that chain 2 space that we created with that chain 1 and single crochet, we will place 2 single crochet into that space. Single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So the first is that chain 3 that we've already worked that single crochet into to join last round. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in that last double crochet, we will work 2 single crochet. We'll skip the next stitch, which is that first back post single, and then we will back post single in 11. So skipping that first one, entering around the next stitch for 11 back post single crochet. That's 10 and 11 back post single crochet, skipping that last stitch to start our repeat. So we skip the stitch, 2 single crochet in that first double, single crochet in the next 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into the chain 2 space, we will make 3 single crochet, and then single crochet in the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochet in that last double, and then ready to skip the next stitch and work those 11 back post single. So you can go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you just before the end. When you have worked your 7 repeats around and finished those last 11 back post single crochet, you'll make the 2 single crochet in that first double, single crochet in each of the next 4, and then we want to single crochet in that starting chain 2 space and join to the first single crochet, but changing to color B to finish that round. So there will be 208 stitches for round 22. Round 23, using color B, we will start with a chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. Then we will double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll work 3 double crochet into that last single crochet of the peak. We'll skip the next stitch and we're going to skip 2 stitches and we'll work a back post single crochet around the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we'll skip those last 2 back post singles, ready to work 3 double crochet in the first single crochet of that peak. So 3 double crochet in the next stitch after skipping 2, double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then in the next stitch, which should be the center one of the group of 3 that we made in that chain 2, we will place a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. And then ready to work down the next side of this peak, we will double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 3 double crochet in that last single. 1, 2, and 3. Skip 2 stitches and then ready to work our 7 back post single. And so on. So you can go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and again I'll meet you just before the end of this round. When you have worked the 7 repeats around, after those last 7 back post single, you'll skip 2, work the 3 double crochet in the first single, double crochet in each of the next 6, and then we're going to join in the base of that chain 3 in the same stitch as we joined our last round, and place a double crochet. We'll make a chain 1 and then single crochet to the top of that chain 3, finishing that single crochet with color A. To form our chain 2 space where we'll start next round. So you will have 216 stitches and 8 of those chain 2 spaces. Round 24 with color A, we're going to start with 2 single crochet in that chain 2 space, but we don't want to chain 1. We'll go directly into this space, pull up our loop, and finish a single crochet. So 2 single crochet in that starting chain 2 space. We'll single crochet in each of the next 9. So the first one is the top of that chain 3 where we joined last round, and the next 8. So that's 2 singles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then in this last double crochet, we will place 2 single crochet. We'll skip 1 stitch and make 5 back post single crochet. So back post single around each of the next 5 stitches. So that's 3, 4, 5. We'll skip this last stitch, make 2 single crochet in that first double crochet, and single crochet in each of the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we've reached that chain 2 space. We will 3 single crochet, make 3 singles in that chain space. 1, 2, 3. And then working down this next side, we will make the 9 single crochet. And 2 single crochet in that final stitch, or the final double crochet, skip a stitch, 5 back post single crochet. So you can continue to work that sequence around, and I will meet you before we join at the end of this round. When you've worked your way around, you will make those 2 single crochet in the first of the last set of doubles, single crochet in 9, and then we'll place 1 more single crochet in that chain 2 space, joining to our starting single crochet and switching to color B. As we make that slip stitch. So this round then has 240 stitches. Round 25 with color B, we are going to make a back post slip stitch around the single crochet that we just joined to bring our yarn to the back. So I want to make a front post slip stitch around the single crochet we just joined to, or a back post slip stitch rather, to bring our yarn to the back, and then chain 3, which will count as our first back post double crochet. Then we want to make a back post double around each of the next 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 11, and 12 back post double crochet. So that last back post double is round the last single crochet of the peak. We're going to skip these first 2 stitches and single crochet into the next stitch, and then skip the last 2 stitches and work those back post doubles around each of the next 12 stitches. 1, 2, 11, and 12 back post double crochet. which should take us just before that middle single crochet in the group of 3. We want to place a back post double around that single crochet, chain 2, and another back post double around that same single crochet. So bringing our hook in front to go around that same post to pull up our loop and finish the back post double. And then working down the side with a 12 back post double crochet, ready for our repeat. Skip one, or skip 2 stitches, single crochet, skip 2 stitches, and so on. So you can continue to work that all the way around, and I will meet you just before the end of this round. So after you've done your 7 repeats, you will want to skip those 2 stitches and work those 12 back post double crochet up that first side of the peak. And then we need to work 1 more back post double crochet around that starting single crochet where we made our back post slip stitch and chain 3 to start this round. So back post double crochet around that center single crochet. We'll chain 1 and then make a single crochet to the top of that chain 3 and changing back to color A as we finish that single crochet to complete this round and to join. So you should have 216 stitches with 8 chain 2 spaces. Round 26, continuing with color A, we will want to make a chain 3 and 2 double crochet into that space that we created with our chain 1 single crochet that's acting as a chain 2 space. So 2 more double crochet into that space. Double crochet in each of the next 11. So the first one is the top of that chain 3 and 10 more. So 1, 2, 3. And 11 double crochet. We'll skip 2 stitches, and then in the next stitch, which should be that single crochet from last round, we will place 3 double crochet in that single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We'll skip 2 stitches and we want to single crochet in the next 11. That's 2, 11 single crochet, 3 single crochet into this chain 2 space, 1, 2, and 3 single crochet, and single crochet in each of the 11 stitches. 2, 3, and 11. Skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in that next single, 1, 2, and 3. Skip 2 stitches, and then we want to make 11 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 11. Now we're ready to start the start of the repeated section here. So we will start with 5 double crochet in this chain 2 space. So we do need to be careful on this round because sometimes we're working double crochet, sometimes we're working single crochet. So we need to be careful which part of the repeat we're on. So starting with 5 double crochet in that chain 2 space. and then double crochet in each of the next 11 stitches. 2, 3, and 11 double crochet. Skip 2, and then we'll place 3 double crochet in that single. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet in 11, and 11, 3 single crochet into that chain 2 space, so that's 2 and 3, and single crochet in each of the next 11, 1, 2, 11 single crochet, skip those last 2 stitches, and 3 double crochet in that single. Skip the next 2 stitches and work 11 double crochet. And 11 double crochet, and ready to begin the repeat again with those 5 double crochet in the chain 2. So one peak will have double crochets with 5 in the center. The single crochets always have 3 double crochet in them, but this next peak is single crochet up and down with 3 in the chain 2, and then back to double crochet again. So repeat that 2 more times, and I'll meet you just before we end this round. So when you have finished your final repeat, we will want to place 2 more double crochet in that chain space where we started to complete the 5 double crochet in the chain 2 space. And we'll slip stitch into the top of our starting chain 3 and keep color A. So you should have a total of 232 stitches on this round. Round 27, we will chain 3 right where we are. And if you find that a little bit too short for the other stitches, you can chain 4. So we're going to be working extended double crochet, which are similar in size to a treble crochet. So if you prefer to use a chain 4 instead of a chain 3 now and throughout, you may do that. So then in the same, at the base of that chain, in that top of the chain 3 where we joined last round, we will yarn over and work 2 extended double crochet. So you'll pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over and pull through 2 twice for an extended double crochet. And we'll make 1 more in that same stitch. And then the next 13 stitches we will make extended double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 13 extended double. We'll double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, which should be the first and the second of that set of 3 double crochet from last round. Then 2 double crochet in that last double. 1 and 2. We'll skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 10, and again remembering to close that gap between those stitches when we skip. So that's 2, 3. 9 and 10 single crochet, and that 10th one should be in the first of the set of 3 in that chain 2 space. 3 single crochet in the next stitch, which is the middle single crochet of the peak from last round, and single crochet in the next 10. 1, 2, and 10. Then skipping the next 2 stitches, we will double crochet in the first double crochet of that set of 3 from last round. So 2 double in there, double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're ready to work those 13 extended double crochet up the first side of this next peak. So it's 2 extended double. We're going to work 13, 12, and 13 extended double crochet. Then we should be ready to work in the middle of the group of 5, and we will place 5 extended doubles in that center stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 extended double crochet, and ready to work the 13 extended double and repeat the pattern coming down this next side. So you can continue to work that all the way around, and again I will meet you just before our final corner. When you've finished your last side and the final repeat of those 13 extended double crochet, we've met up with our starting 3 in the same stitch. We want to place 2 more extended double in that same stitch. Now if we do it exactly in that stitch, these next 2 will kind of overlap part of this section and could kind of make a little bit of a messy looking corner or pull the corner. So the designers suggest the first one we're going to put in this little loop just before our starting chain 3 to do an extended double there, and then the second one can go in that same top of the turning chain. So we're sort of making that first one in the slip stitch part where we joined last round, and then you can go ahead and join to the top of your chain 3 or chain 4 if that's what you chose to use. And then we have our 5 extended double for our new corner, and this first one lays nice and neat by putting it in that other spot. Do not fasten off. 248 stitches. Round 28, continuing with color A, we will start with our chain 3 or 4, whichever you prefer, and we will place 2 extended double in that same chain where we joined. 1 and 2. And then we'll work 17 extended double down the side of this peak. 1, 2. So 17 extended double crochet. We'll double crochet in the next stitch, and then 3 double crochet in the next stitch. So that should be the last double crochet from last round. We're placing 3 double crochet in that stitch. We'll skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 9 stitches. So 1, 2, and 9 single crochet, 3 in the next stitch, which should be that center stitch of this peak, and single crochet in the next 9 stitches. 1, 2. Skip those next 2 stitches and 3 double crochet in the next, which should be the first double crochet from last round. So 3 double crochet in that stitch. One double crochet in the next, and then we'll work the 17 extended double up the side of this next peak. So it's 1, 2, 16 and 17 extended double crochet. And then in the next stitch, which should be the middle of that group of 5, we will place 5 extended double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5 extended double, and then ready to work down the next side, 17 extended double, and so on. So we'll work your way around with that sequence of stitches, and I'll meet you just at the end of this round. When you've worked your way around the last repeat, ending with those 17 extended double crochet, we will once again work those 2 extended doubles by that group of 3 that we started with, placing that first one just before the chain 3, and then the second one in the same stitch as where we joined, and join to the top of that chain to complete that group of 5. In that corner. So you should have 272 stitches. Rounds 29, 30, and 31 are worked how we have similarly worked the past 2 rounds. So I'm just going to talk you through these rounds. So for round 29, you'll start with that chain 3 or 4, whichever you prefer, with the 2 extended double crochet made in the same stitch as our join. Then you will work 20 extended double crochet, 2 doubles, and then 3 doubles in the next stitch. Skipping 2 stitches again, and 8 single crochet, 3 in that center stitch, 8 more single crochet, skipping 2 stitches, working the 3 doubles in the next stitch, 2 doubles, and then 20 extended doubles, and working the 5 extended doubles in that center stitch. You can work that all the way around, and then just as we had before, when you meet up to our starting point, you will work the extended double just before the chain, and then the last extended double just at the base of the chain in that same stitch, and join. So you can go ahead and work round 29. You will have a total of 296 stitches. Round 30 then, you will start with your starting chain and the 2 extended double in the same stitch, and then you will work 24 extended double down the side, double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 3 double crochet in that last stitch before the single crochet. Skipping 2 single crochet, you will work 7 single crochet, 3 in the center of the peak, and 7 crochet down the next side. Skipping 2 stitches, you'll work the 3 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in each of the next 2, 24 extended doubles, and then the 5 extended double in the next corner. So you can go ahead and work that all the way around. And again, when you come to this final corner, you'll want to add those 2 more extended doubles to that corner in the same way that we have been doing for the previous rounds. Round 30 has 320 stitches. Round 31, we start in a similar way with our chain 3 or 4 to start with 2 extended doubles in that same stitch. Then we will work 28 extended doubles around the side, and we'll double crochet in the next 2 and 3 double crochet in that last double crochet from last round. Then from here it gets a little bit different from previous rounds. We will skip the first 2 stitches still, or those first 2 single crochet, and we'll single crochet in the next stitch. And then we want to chain 3 You don't want to have the chains very tight there so it doesn't pull. We're going to work a back post slip stitch around the center of the group of 3 single crochet 2 rounds below. So not on round 30, but on round 29. We can find those 3 single crochet in the same stitch, and around that middle one, we want to insert our hook from behind around the front and back out the back. Make sure our yarn is pulled snug. Pull the loop through and through the loop on our hook for a back post slip stitch. Then we will chain 3 again. And that chain 3, both of those will go behind the peak that we're working on. And then we want to single crochet into the 6th single crochet, or that's the 3rd last single crochet. We will single crochet in there, and then ready to work, skip those last 2 single crochet and place the 3 double crochet in that first double. So before the single crochet peak, we did the 3 double crochet in 1 stitch, skip 2 single crochet, then we chain 3 and did a back post slip stitch around that center single crochet 2 rows below, chain 3 again, skip 6 single crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. So it will look like this. And then we're ready to work 2 more double crochet. We'll work the 28 the 28 extended double crochet along the side, and then putting the 5 extended double crochet in the middle stitch of the corner, and repeat that all the way around. So you can go ahead and do that now, and I will join you at the end of this round. When you have worked your way around and finished with those 2 extra extended doubles by our starting chain, you will have 296 stitches, which includes the back post slip stitches, plus 8 chain 3 spaces. Round 32 continues with color A. I'm choosing to use 2 different neutrals for my color A, so I've switched color for this round. So we'll start with a chain 3 and 2 double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. And then we will double crochet in the next 36 stitches. So 36 double crochet. You can go ahead and work those, and I'll meet you at the end of the 36. So the 36 double crochet, your 36th one will fall in that single crochet from last round. And then we'll have reached the chain 3 space. So working into that chain 3 space, we will place 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then we want to place a double crochet in that slip stitch, that back post slip stitch. We will make a double crochet and 3 double crochet into the next chain 3 space. So behind that single crochet peak, we made 3 double crochet in the first space, a double crochet in the back post slip stitch, and 3 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. And as we work more stitches, those will even themselves out in those spaces. And then we will work 36 double crochet until we get to the next peak. Once we've reached that center stitch of the next peak, we will place 5 double crochet in that stitch. So you can go ahead and repeat that all the way around, joining to our starting stitch to finish this round. When you've worked all the way around, you'll want to be sure to add 2 more double crochet where our starting 3, or the chain 3 and the 2 double crochet were, and then slip stitch to our top of our chain 3 to finish off this round. 336 stitches. Round 33 will work in the same manner with the chain 3, 2 double crochet in that same stitch where we joined, and then you'll work 83 double crochet down the side. So just double crochet in each of the next 83 stitches, and that will bring you to the next corner. And once you get there, in the middle stitch you will place 3 double crochet or 5 double crochet in that middle stitch, and 83 double crochet between the corners. So you can go ahead and work that, and you will at the end of the round adding those 2 extra double crochet in the same stitch as our starting, joining to the top of our chain 3 for 352 stitches. Round 35 using color B, starting where we left off, you will chain 1 and 2 single crochet in that same stitch. I started at a different corner as I joined my new color, and so I just found the middle double crochet of a set of 5 and made my 2 single crochet in there. Now I've also marked some stitches along the side. We're going to be making front post treble 2 rounds below. So on round 33, if we find that center stitch of the group of 5 in the corner, we want to mark the 4th stitch after that center stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I placed my marker. And then down the side will be every 10th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and mark the 10th stitch. So if you wish, you can mark those all the way along the side to help us find those stitches as we work our front post treble. So after our 2 single crochet in the corner, we are going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3 single crochet. Then we'll work that front post treble, so yarn over the hook twice, and coming down around that first marked stitch, we'll enter from the front, go around the back of the post, back out to the front, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times for our front post treble. We're going to skip 1 stitch behind the front post treble and then single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we will work another front post treble around that same stitch that we worked our last one. So just inserting our hook just below where we worked that first front post treble to pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times for our second front post treble, creating sort of a V around that stitch. We'll skip 1 stitch after the last front post treble and single crochet in the next 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochet. And then we want to work another front post treble on that 10th stitch from where we worked those first 2 front post treble. So yarn over twice, insert around the back of that post, pull up a loop, and finish that front post treble, skip a stitch behind, single crochet in 3. Front post treble around that same stitch as we worked our previous front post treble, skip a stitch behind, and single crochet in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we want to work that a total of 7 times, where we work on that 10th stitch. So we've done the first one together, so you'll make that 7 times down the side, and I'll join you at that point. So when you have completed the 7th V, you will skip one and single crochet in those next 5, and then we're going to work one more of these V's with the 3 single crochet in between. You'll skip a stitch after that last front post treble and single crochet in the next 3, which should bring you to that middle stitch of the group of 5, and in there we will place our 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3 for that new corner. Then you're ready to work down the next side, and you might want to place your markers again. So starting from that center marker, you'll count over next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then to the 10th stitch from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can go ahead and finish those 3 sides the same as we did this first side, and then I'll meet you just before we join at the end of this round. When you worked your way down the final side with these last several V's, we will want to place one more single crochet in the same stitch as our starting single crochet to complete that corner where we started, and join to our starting single crochet and fasten off. There will be 376 stitches for this round. Round 36, using color A, we will chain 3 and double crochet in that same stitch, and then we will double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that 5th double crochet should be in that first front post treble from last round. Then we want to work 3 front post trebles around each of those 3 double crochet 2 rounds below that we'll find between those 2 front post treble. So it'll be the 3 single crochets that we did last round in between the trebles into the stitches they are worked that we front post treble around. So yarn over twice, find that first double crochet, go around the post to pick up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2 3 times, and we'll do that 2 more times. So these trebles will be worked in front of those single crochet that were worked into those doubles last time. And then starting with this front post treble from last round, we will work a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which is in the top of that front post treble, and ready for those 3 front post treble around those doubles 2 rows below. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet in that front post treble and the next 6 stitches for 7 single crochet. It's 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you can continue that down the side, and I will meet you at the last V of the side just before the next corner. When you've worked the last set of those front post treble in that last V before the next corner, we will double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which should bring us to that middle single crochet of the set of 3. and we will work 3 double crochet into that stitch. Oops. So the middle of the 3 in the corner, we will place 3 double crochet. And then we're ready to start the next side with that double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then ready to work those 3 treble, front post treble around those double crochet and the 7 double crochet, and so on down the side and the remaining 3 sides. So you can go ahead and finish that up, joining, and I will meet you just before our join at the end of this round. So when you've come to your final side and we've met up with our starting stitches, we want to place 1 more double crochet in that same stitch where we started and join to the top of our starting chain 3 to finish this round. 384 stitches. Round 37, we're going to continue right where we left off with a chain 3 and 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. So this is the start of round 37. Rounds 38, 39, 40, and 41 all will be worked in the same way. So I'll show you for round 37 and then let you continue to work all the way through to round 41. So you start with the chain 3, 2 more double crochet in that same stitch, and then working in each of the stitches down the side, starting with this very next one. For round 37, we will double crochet in each of the next 99. So for each of these next several rounds, you're double crocheting in each of the stitches down the side until you get to the middle stitch of the corner, and you'll place 5 double crochet in that middle stitch. So I'm going to work my first side. I'll show you those 5 double crochet, and then I'll also show you how we will finish each of these rounds, and then you can go ahead and work these next 5 rounds. So as you work your way down the side, when you get to the center double crochet of the group of 3 from last round, in that middle one, we will place our 5 double crochet and then continue down the side, double crochet in each stitch. As you finish up your last side, we want to place 2 more double crochet. So we'll double crochet in the join from last round, and then at the base in the same spot as we made our beginning chain and 2 double crochet to complete the 5 in the corner, and then we'll join with a slip stitch to the top of our chain 3 to complete the round. So as I said, you continue repeating that all the way through to round 41, and I will meet you back here then for round 42. Round 42, we're going to continue with color A. We'll chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. I have my chain 1 there already. We will 2 single crochet, so make a single crochet followed by another one in that same stitch where we joined to the end of last round. Then the next 5 stitches, we want to work the shallow back post a single crochet. So you insert from the back under both of the top loops of that stitch and around the next stitch under the top loops to the back again and pull that yarn through. The first one can sometimes be a little bit tricky, and pull through 2 to finish the single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 shallow back post single crochet. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and 7 double crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, 6 and 7 double crochet all in the same stitch. We'll skip the next 2 stitches and then we'll work 15 shallow back post single crochet. 1, 2, 14 and 15 shallow back post single crochet. We'll do that 4 more times. So we'll skip 2, 7 double crochet in that next stitch, skip 2, 15 back post single crochet. So I'll let you work that down the side. So we should have a total of 5 of these rounded sections, 5 of these 7 double crochet, and I'll join you after those repeats. So once you have worked down the side with those 5 sets of the 7 double crochet and the 15 back post shallow back post single crochet, you'll make 1 more set of the 7 double crochet, skip 2 stitches, and then back post, or that shallow back post single crochet in the next 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you want to make sure that your stitch count has worked out. Often it is, if it isn't the right count, or you have some extra stitches or too short 2 stitches, you need to watch where we have skipped these 2 stitches. I find it easier to count the posts when I'm working back post stitches, and then being careful to start our groups of shallow back post single crochet in the correct stitch. So just watch carefully when you're skipping those stitches for exactly which stitches they are to end up with the correct stitch count. Then for the new corner, we are going to make in that center double crochet of the 5 double crochet from last round, we will place 3 single crochet for the new corner, and then ready to work down the side with the 5 shallow back post single crochet, 3, 4, and 5, and then we can skip 2, and in the next we start with our group of 7 double crochet, skip 2, and the 15 back post single in between. So you can go ahead and work that around all of the sides, and I will meet you just before we join at the end of this round. So once you have worked your way around, we want to add 1 more single crochet to the 2 that we started with. I'm going to place it in that slip stitch just before the chain 3 space to make a neater corner, and join to our starting single crochet, and you can fasten off color A. There are 532 stitches this round. Round 43, using color C, we will chain 1 and place 2 single crochet in that same stitch that we joined last round, Then we will single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So that's 2, 3, and 4. We'll skip 2 stitches and then 2 double crochet in the next. So that should be in the first double crochet of the set of 7. We will place 2 double crochet, double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then in the next stitch, which should be the middle, the center stitch of that group of 7, we'll place a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So there's my first double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in that same stitch. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then 2 double crochet in that last double of the group of 7. We'll skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 11, remembering to snug in your work as we skip the stitches so there's not a large hole. 1, 2, 3, 10 and 11 single crochet. And then we'll repeat that 4 more times where we skip the 2 stitches, 2 double crochet in that first double of the group of 7, double crochet in each of the next 2, double, chain 2, double in the center stitch, and so on. So let you work those few repeats and I'll meet you at the end of this side. So when you have made the 5 repeats with those ending with a single crochet in 11, you'll want to skip 2 and work those sets of double crochet with that chain 2 space in the middle around that last set of 7 double crochet. Then we will skip 2. Then we will skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the remaining 4, 2, 3, and 4. And then in this middle stitch of the corner we will place 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3 single crochet in the corner. Then ready to work down the next side, starting with the single crochet in 4. Skip those last 2 single crochet, and then starting in the first double we'll work 2 double crochet, and so on. So you can go ahead and work that around the remaining sides and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So once you've worked your way around, you will want to add 1 more single crochet in the same stitch as our starting single crochet, and then you'll join with the slip stitch to the first single crochet. And you can change to color A, as next round we will be using that. 504 stitches for round 43. Round 44, using color A, we'll start with a chain 1 and 2 single crochet in that same stitch. We will single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4 single crochet. We're going to skip this last single crochet, and then starting in the double crochet, we'll single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochet. And then in that chain 2 space we will place 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. and single crochet in those next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll skip 1 stitch and single crochet in the next 9. 1, 2, 8 and 9 single crochet. And then we're ready to repeat that 4 more times, where we skip 1, single crochet in 5, and then the 3 single crochet in that chain 2 space. So you can go ahead and work that around or down the side, and I'll meet you just before the next corner. So after we've done those repeats down the side, you'll want to work the single crochet, the 5 single crochet, 3 in the chain 2 space, 5 single crochet on this last peak, and then we'll skip 1 and single crochet in those last 4 stitches, 3 and 4, and then ready to make in the corner 3 single crochet, ready to start the next side with 4 single crochet, skipping a stitch, and then working around the peaks. So you can go ahead and work that on the remaining 3 sides, and again I'll join you at the end of this round. When you finish the end of the round, we'll work those remaining 4 stitches at the end and place 1 more single crochet in the same stitch as we started, joining to our starting single crochet and changing to color B. 552 stitches for round 46. Round 45, using color B, we will chain 1 and 2 single crochet in that same stitch to start this round, and single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. We'll skip 2 stitches, which should be those last 2 single crochet, and then in the first single crochet on the peak we will place 2 double crochet. 1 and 2 double crochet. We'll double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the next stitch, which should be the middle or the center stitch of that group of 3, we will place a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then double crochet in each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 2 double crochet in that last single of the peak. 1 and 2. We'll skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 5. So 1, 2 to skip, then in the next stitch single crochet in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 and then 2 double crochet in that first single crochet and double crochet in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then ready in that center stitch for the double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, and then working those 5 double crochet and 2 in the last one on the way down the peak, and then the 5 single crochet in between after we skip 2 on either end. So you can go ahead and finish working this side. I will meet you just before the corner. When you've done the 5 repeats down the side ending with those 5 single crochet, you'll skip 2 more stitches and work those sets of double crochet around the peak like we did previously. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet in those last 3 single crochets, and then place 3 single crochet in the corner stitch. So you can go ahead and work that around all 3 sides, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Once you have worked around, you'll want to, after that last repeat, you finish the double crochets on that final peak, skipping 2 and single crochet in the last 3 stitches, adding 1 more single crochet to where we started this round, and joining with a slip stitch to our starting single crochet. And you can change to color A. Round 45 has 520 stitches and the 24 chain 2 spaces. Round 46, using color A, we'll chain 1 and make 2 single crochet in that same stitch as our join from last round. Then we will single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this last stitch, and starting in that first double crochet, we will make 8 single crochets. So that's 2, 3, 7, and 8 single crochet up the first side of this peak, 3 single crochet in that chain 2 space, and then working down the next side of the peak, we will make those 8 single crochets, starting with that very first double after that chain 2 space. So 2, 3, and 8 single crochet. We'll skip 1 stitch and single crochet in 3. 1, 2, 3. And then ready to work that again with skip that stitch, single crochet in 8, 3 single in the chain 2, and so on. So you can repeat that 5 times down the side, and I'll meet you just before the next corner. So when you've worked your way down the side, after the 5th repeat, you will work the 8 single crochet up the peak, 3 single crochet in the space, 8 single crochet down, skipping 1 stitch, single crochet in those final 3, and then placing 3 single crochet in that center corner stitch, and ready to repeat that down the other sides. So you can go ahead and work that, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. As you finished up your last side and worked on that last peak, you'll skip a stitch and single crochet in the remaining 3 stitches, add 1 more single crochet at the base of where we place the beginning 2 single crochet, join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch, and you can go ahead and change to color B. 552 stitches for round 46. Round 47, using color B, we will chain 2 and half double crochet in that same starting stitch. Then we want to make a back post double crochet around the next 2 stitches. So this first one can be slightly tricky, squish into the corner, but we yarn over, go from the back around the front, pull that yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2 for our first back post double, and then the second back post double. We'll skip 2 stitches, and then working up the edge of the peak, we will make back post double around 9 stitches. So that's 2, 3, 8 and 9 back post double crochet, which should bring us to that center stitch of the group of 3. And in there we will place a half double crochet, chain 2, and a half double crochet. Then we will work back down, working the 9, starting in that next stitch, working 9 back post double crochet. 1, 2. That's 8 and 9 back post double crochet. So we're going to skip 1 stitch and we'll back post double crochet around the next stitch, skip a stitch, and then we're ready to back post double crochet around the next 9, going up the next peak. So it'll be 9 back post double crochet, 1/2 chain 2, 1/2 in that center stitch at the top of the peak, 9 back post double coming down, skip 1, 1 back post double, and skip 1. So we'll repeat that along the side, and I'll join you just before our next corner. Once you've worked your way down the first side, you'll have finished those back post doubles around the peak, skipping 2, and you'll back post in the last 2 stitches, and then place 3 half double crochet in that center corner stitch. Ready to work again, the 2 back post double, starting the next side, skipping 2, and then working your back post doubles up and down the peaks. So you can go ahead and work that all the way around. Round 48, using color A, we will start with the chain 3 and make 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. We want to double crochet in the next 3, being careful to get that first half double crochet past our joining stitch. 1, 2, and 3. We'll skip 2 stitches, which will be the first 2 back post single crochet and back post double crochet, and then we'll single crochet in 8 after skipping those 2. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which should be the last of the double crochet, that first one in the corner stitch. And then in the chain 2 space, we will place 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll single crochet in the next 8, being careful to get that first stitch after the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Single crochet. We'll skip these next 2 stitches, and then in that center back post double crochet between the 2 peaks, we will place 3 double crochet. We want to be careful not to create a big gap where we skip the 2 stitches and place that 3 double crochet. So from now we're going to be starting to fill in these valleys between our peaks. So we'll continue down the next peak where we skip the 2 stitches, single crochet in 8, 3 single crochet in that chain 2 space, and so on. So you can go ahead and repeat that down the side, and I'll meet you just before the next corner. So when you've worked your way down the side with the single crochets on those peaks and those 3 double crochet in the valleys, after the last peak we will skip those last 2 stitches and then double crochet in each of the next 3. 1, 2, and 3, which should take us to our center stitch of that group of 3 in the half double crochet. We want to make 5 double crochet in that middle half of the corner. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochet in that center half double crochet to form our new corner. Then we will work a double crochet in the next 3, so being careful to get that last half double crochet of the corner. Oops, I'm caught. There we go. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet, and skip those first 2 back post double, and then we'll work single crochet in 8, and so on. So you can go ahead and work this around all 3 sides, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. When you've worked your way around all 4 sides, we will, at the end of that last row, skip 2 double crochet in those 3 stitches, and then we want to add 2 more double crochet before our chain 3 where we started the round, and then join with the slip stitch. Do not fasten off. We'll continue with color A for several rounds. Round 49, we will chain 3 and make 2 double crochet in that same stitch. We'll double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, oops, 2, 3, and 4 stitches, 4 double crochet, and 2 double crochet in this next stitch, which is the last double crochet before those singles. So 2 double crochet there. We'll skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that 7th one is in the first of the group of 3 in the corner. So we'll make 3 single crochet in that next stitch, that middle stitch, 2, 3, and 7 single crochet down this other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll skip those last 2 single crochet. We'll place 2 double crochet, oops, place 2 double crochet in that next stitch. 3 double crochet in the next. 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 double crochet in that next stitch. So in the group of 3, we worked 2 double crochet in the first stitch, 3 double crochet in the second, and 2 double crochet in the third stitch. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet in 7, and so on down the side. So you can go ahead and work that. I'll meet you just before the corner. When you worked your way down the side after this last peak, you will skip those last 2 single crochet, place 2 double crochet in that next stitch, and then double crochet in 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then place 5 double crochet in that center double crochet from last round. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're ready to start the next side. 4 double crochet, 2 in the next, skipping 2, and then working those stitches up and down the peak. So you may go ahead and work that around all of the sides, and I'll meet you back here at the end. So when you've worked your way around, you will finish up with those 2 double crochet after skipping those last 2 singles, and then work 4 more double crochet, and you'll want to add the 2 extra double crochets. So I'll show you that. So you'll want to add 1 more double crochet in that slip stitch just before the chain 3, and then another double at the base of our starting chain 3 to finish this round, and join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and we'll continue with color A. 620 stitches. Round 50, we'll continue with color A, make a chain 3 and 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. Double crochet in the next 7 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 6 and 7 double crochet. We'll make 2 double crochet in this next stitch, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then 3 single crochet in the next stitch, which should be the middle of the set of 3 from last round. 1, 2, and 3 single crochet in that same stitch. Single crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll skip these 2 stitches, and in this first stitch here we will make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and then we'll double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 2 double crochet in that last double crochet. And then we're ready to skip the first 2 single crochet in the next 6, and so on. So you can go ahead and work down the side, and I'll meet you just before the corner. When you've worked your way down the side and after that last peak, you will skip those last 2 stitches, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in each of the next 7, and then in that center stitch of the corner from last round, you will place 5 double crochet, and ready to start the next side with the 7 double crochet, skip 2, 6 singles, and so on. So you can go ahead and work that all the way around. So after you have worked around all of the sides and finished that last peak, you'll skip two double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in 7. Then remember to add 2 more double crochet just before our chain 3, which will join to the top of our chain 3 to finish this round. Do not fasten off. (637 stitches). Round 51, using color A, we'll start with a chain 3 and 2 more double crochet in that starting stitch. Then we'll double crochet in each of the next 10 stitches. And 2 double crochet in this next stitch. That's the last of the double crochets at the beginning. So 2 double crochet in the same stitch, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch, and chain 3. This chain 3 will go around behind your work. And then on the one round below, so our round 49, in that corner of the 3 single crochet, we want to back post slip stitch around the middle a single crochet. So we just put my hook from the back around that single crochet to pick up a yarn over and pull through, to pick up the yarn, and we'll pull that through the loop that's on our hook as well for that back post slip stitch. Then we'll chain 3 again, and then we want to single crochet in the 5th single from the center one. It is also the 3rd single before the set of double crochet. So single crochet in that stitch. So if we look behind our work, we have a chain 3, we made that back post slip stitch and a chain 3. So we'll skip those next 2 single crochet, and in the first double we will place 2 double crochet, double crochet in the next 7 stitches, 1, 2, 6 and 7, and 2 double crochet in that next stitch, and then we'll skip the next 2 stitches, make a single crochet, and work that set of chain 3, back post slip stitch around the middle 2 rows, middle single crochet of the corner 2 rounds below, chain 3, and single crochet in the 3rd stitch before the double crochets, and ready to work our sets of double crochet. So you can go ahead and work that sequence around or down the side, and I'll meet you just before the corner. So as you've worked your way down the side, we'll have finished those chain 3, back post slip stitch, chain 3 on that last peak, skipping the 2 stitches after that, 2 double crochet in the next, and double crochet in each of the next 10, and then you'll place those 5 double crochet in the center stitch of the corner. So you can go ahead and work that around all the sides now. As you work your way around, you will, on that last side, after the final front post slip stitch or back post slip stitch and the final chain 3 in the stitch here, 2 double crochet, and you'll work those 10 double crochet, and make sure you add the 2 double crochet at the base of that chain 3 before ending this round. You will have 408 stitches and 48 chain 3 spaces. Round 52, we'll continue with color A. I've switched to my second color that I use for my color A. And we will start with the chain 3, 2 double crochet in that same stitch, and then you'll double crochet in each of the next 15 stitches across. The last one will fall in that single crochet just before the chain 3 space. And then in the chain 3 space, we will place 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Double crochet in that slip stitch, and then 3 double crochet in the next chain 3 space, and then we'll double crochet in 13, starting with placing a double crochet in that single crochet. Oops. 1, 2, 12, and 13. Remember that 13th one is in the single crochet, and then we'll work those 3 double in the chain space, a double in the slip stitch, double in the chain space, 13 double crochet. So you can work that down the side. Then as you get to the end of the round, you'll finish with those 3 double crochet in the chain space, double crochet in the 15, placing 5 double crochet in each of the corner stitches. When you get to the last side, remember to put the 2 double crochet before starting 3 double crochet and join to end this round. For rounds 53, 54, and 55, you will start where you left off with a chain 3, 2 double crochet in that same stitch, and then double crochet in each stitch down the side, 5 double crochet in the corners, and then at the end of the round adding those 2 extra double crochet in the same space as our join. So you'll work that in the same way for each of those 3 rounds. I've shown a picture of each round with the stitch counts for those individual rounds, so you can see that. Round 56, we will work similar to round 35. It may be helpful for you to place markers around the stitches we're going to be working our front post treble into. So we'll find that corner stitch 2 rounds below. So that middle stitch there will count over to the 5th stitch and place a marker, and then the 10th stitch past that down the side. Every 10th stitch we'll place a marker around. And then using color C, you can either start from where you left off, switching to color C, or join at a new corner. You can start with a chain 1 and then single crochet into that same stitch, or use a standing single crochet if you're joining a new color, and we'll place 2 single crochet in that first stitch to start this round. Then we want to single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 single crochet, and then we'll make that front post treble around that first marked stitch, that 5th stitch from the corner 2 rounds below. We'll make our front post treble stitch. We'll skip 1 stitch behind, single crochet in 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to work a second front post treble around that same stitch as our first one. So putting our hook underneath where we worked the first stitch on that same post, and complete the front post treble, skip a stitch behind, and single crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we'll just continue to work our way down the side around that next marked stitch, which is the 10th stitch past where we made our first front post treble. Skip a stitch behind, single crochet in 3, and work a second front post treble around that same marked stitch. Skip a stitch behind, single crochet in 5, 3, 4, and 5. So you can do that 13 times down the side. You'll have a total of 14 of these V's, and I will meet you at that point just before our next corner. When you have worked the repeats down the side and you have these 14 V's, and you've single crochet in those next 5 stitches, we will work one more V around that 5th stitch from the next corner. Skip a stitch behind, 3 single crochet in between those 2 front post treble, skip 1 stitch, and then you will single crochet in the remaining 4 stitches of the side, and then placing 3 single crochet in the corner before you work down the next side. So you can go ahead and work that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So when you've worked your way around all 4 sides, you'll end with those final 4 single crochet, and then you'll add 1 more single crochet to where we started, so just in front of our first single crochet in that same space, join with a slip stitch and fasten off. We'll be switching back to color A, so you can switch to that as you're fastening off. There will be a total of 624 stitches on this round. So if you joined color A at the end of last round, you can chain 3 and make 2 more double crochet in that same space. I'm going to join my yarn in the middle single crochet of a corner and work a chain 3, 2 double crochet, or you can start with a standing double if you're joining a new color as well. So chain 3, 2 more double crochet in that same stitch to start this round. Then we'll double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that 6th double crochet should be in that first front post treble from last round. And then we're going to work a front post treble around each of these double crochet that are in between this front post treble on round 55. So front post treble in those 3 double crochet, in the middle of the V, and then we'll double crochet in the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you're ready to repeat that with those 3 front post treble in between the stitches of the V, double crochet in 7 all the way down the side. When you get to the end, or this last V after those 3 front post treble, you will double crochet in the last 6 stitches, and you'll work 5 double crochet into that middle corner stitch. So you could go ahead and work that all the way around. When you get to the end of the round, you will do those 6 double crochet and then add 2 more double crochet where we started to join and end that round. So the rest of the blanket is a basic repeat of what we have done so far. Rounds 58 through 67 are similar from when we worked rounds 37 through 47. So you can go ahead and repeat those rounds following in the written pattern for the stitch counts. And then from there, you can just repeat more and more rounds depending on how large you want your blanket to go, either ending with a border of your choice or ending with these scalloped edges here. And there's directions for that given in the written pattern. So enjoy your Daystar delight, and I can't wait to see some of your finished projects.